Friday. How are you guys doing? Are you guys having a great evening? I'm having a wonderful evening. It's big. It's awesome. It's the weekend. School is done. We did it. We homeschooled our kids for how long?
Like 16 weeks?
So many weeks. It was like week after week. They kept on teasing us like, yeah, you know, it's going to stop now. And when you guys are going to go back to school here. And then all of a sudden, never. They never went back. And we were just stuck with them. Home. Forever.
I'm willing to accept it as long as they're willing to take them back in September.
Yes, that is the goal. Please take them back in September. But guys, happy Friday and welcome to Comics and Beer. It's our weekly live stream that we do
every live stream about French fries.
I mean, that'd be delicious.
Fry stream. Oh my God, we had the best French fries from this place.
Dipping sauces, and we just see them shove them in our face and talk about them. No, but this is Comics and Beer. It's a weekly live stream where we talk about comic book news. That's all things comic book news. That's comic book movies, comic book TV shows, and comic books themselves. That's the portion of the show that I hold down, and my beautiful better half.
I talk about beer. Although this is the second week in a row that Bruce has gone to pick up the beer because he keeps going out on Wednesday to get his comic books, and I'm like, while you're out, go to the beer distributor.
So, she could go. She could go. I'm not taking it away from her. She's giving it to me.
I am.
She's giving it to me.
I'm tired.
She's well, the kids are grinding her down, grinding them down. But yeah, so I did pick up the beers this week. There are hopefully some good ones. I saw some ingredients that were in the beers that I was like, oh, we've had that before. That sounds delicious. Let's add that one again. So I got 4 beers. We're gonna crack one open in a second. But this is Stephanie, guys. She didn't introduce herself. This is Stephanie.
You should know who I am by now. I don't need to.
But it's for new people, just in case new people come by and watch the show.
They've heard about me. That's why they're here.
She is the...
I am the Oprah of the comic book community.
And then maybe that's how you should introduce yourself every single week. Oprah, Oprah, Oprah.
I feel like that's copyright infringement. Although her name is just her name. She can't own that name.
Nope, she can't do that. But guys, welcome. There's some few people in chat. There's Big O. There's Comic Poser. There's James Gallegos, and TKS, or TK's Batcave. You don't want to say TKS, but just TKS. I say
TKS every time. TKS Batcave.
Hope you guys are having a great evening and getting ready to possibly win some stuff. We're also just here.
TKS is saying you can't hear us.
Can't hear us? Hello? The mic is on. Can anyone else not hear us? Or we... I see the mic. I see it working.
I don't know. I feel like someone would have told us by now. Hopefully you guys wouldn't just let us talk for this long. Like, eventually the sound will kick on, I promise.
But yeah, we've been working pretty hard behind the scenes, reaching out to creators to line them up because we were kind of a little delayed after the big Little Bird giveaway.
Everyone's saying we're too low. I tried to convince Bruce to do a whole ASMR Comics and Beers where we just talk really quietly into the mic.
I don't want to do that, guys. You guys don't want to do that.
He was against it.
This has happened before. I don't know. I think it's a connection between... I use a USB extender and plug it into one of the ports in the back of my computer, and sometimes one of the ports just doesn't, I don't know, give it the power. I don't know.
I also feel like we keep going in and out of focus. Yeah, this is not a good night for us, guys.
It's a great night for me. I don't know what she's talking about. I'm always having a good time and a good night.
Technologically wise, bad night.
Dude, it's a scratchy a bit, too. Oh, my gosh. You guys are making me feel awful all of a sudden. I don't know what I can do. I can unplug it, but then, or start the stream over, but then they might kick us off.
They might kick us off and be like, stop spamming everyone, spam bots.
Spam bots. What's up, everyone? So,
Discovery Bay says the mic is not on.
The mic is not on?
That's what Discovery Bay says. So maybe they can, is there like a way that they're hearing us like on there, like on our new thingamajiggy?
I don't know. I don't think so. Properties. Gonna go... On the right thing. No, right here. I'm gonna go down to this one.
One of these days.
Yeah, this is on the Yeti microphone.
Use device we are hearing the camera mic. That's what he's saying. And Discovery by David. I was gonna call you DB. JB. JB would know.
JB would know. You think he would know more than I would?
You can't hear us.
I don't know.
He can hear us.
Just start drinking.
Louder. This is true. I was just thinking that it's because we're not drunk. That's why you can't hear us.
I mean, I'm showing Stephanie the properties of that we're selected on right now, and we are on.
But we are using a
Yeti
new
microphone
screen.
And we've already lost 4 people.
Everyone's bored of hearing not us. I'll just start screaming really loud. Can you guys hear me better?
Well, guys, we're going to get into the show, so we're going to drink some beers, and I apologize for the audio. If it sucks, I'll fix it for next time, but I did test it before. It sounded great to me, so I don't know what to do about that. But we're going to drink a beer that's called Superhero Sidekick. Mark Spector, I believe, on Instagram, tagged us in this beer, and I was like, yo, we got to pick this one up.
And you found it, which is impressive.
I did. It was at the beer distributor. I was really excited that we found it. And yeah, he said it was delicious. It looked like a hazy, kind of hoppy beer. And yeah, so we're going to give this IPA a try and get on with the show.
I like the old ninja guy.
He is pretty cool.
He's like old, but he's like super buff.
I mean, he's basically who I am. Let's just be honest.
You're not that old.
I'm 39, about to turn 40. That's pretty old, guys.
That is not even like halfway through your life. Think about how long it took you to get to where you are now. And you still have to live the rest of that. Most of it was being a baby and not knowing, so now it's going to be even worse.
Even worse? I don't think about that.
Oh, look at how cool it is. K Titus is on our stream right now, and he says he's in Japan.
Oh, that's amazing. What's up, K Titus? I actually saw you. You commented on one of the... what's it called? Comic Quarantine Madness videos, and I said, "What's up? Hope you're enjoying the show." This is from Brooklyn. It's from Kings County Brewers Collective. It is Indian Pale, 6.9% alcohol with Citra, Mosaic, and Idaho 7, some
Pretty
Centennial,
delicious.
and Cascade hops. Drink cold, it says, not warm.
Does anyone like warm beer? Is that a thing? If you do, you shouldn't. Stop it.
Well, that is good. So, guys, like I was saying before, though, we have been working really hard behind the scenes to line up our giveaways for the next few months. And I have reached out to a bunch of people. A lot of people I didn't think were going to get back to me. 3 of them got back to me. And these are pretty big names.
Already asked if Lois Lane is in the background for a hint. James, you're so smart.
Whoa.
It's like you've been watching all of our live streams.
So yeah, Lois Lane is back there for a hint. So we reached out to Greg Rucka. I love the Lois Lane comic book. Stephanie's reading it now. She's not so into it as much as I am, but she hasn't got that.
But I read it when I was also really tired, and I kept falling asleep. I only read the first 2, and then the second one I had to reread like 4 times. So I kept falling asleep and waking up, and I'm like, okay, and then falling back asleep. So I'm not giving up on it yet.
I really, really enjoy Lois Lane. I think Lois Lane is a very interesting take on a character that, everyone knows who she is. It's Superman's wife, and she's a reporter for the Daily Planet. But, that's really all she's ever used for. This is giving her a much more interesting story, and it's also giving her a cast of female characters that also don't get a lot of limelight. They're shining it down on them, and I think Greg Rucka is doing an amazing job. But the whole point is, he responded. Greg Rucka's been in the industry for like 20 plus years. He's written Superman. He's written all these big names at DC Comics. And he responded to this tiny YouTube channel. And he's agreeing to take part in this giveaway, which is freaking awesome, guys. And we're not gonna go any more into detail because nothing is super solidified in what's coming and blah blah blah. But Greg Rucka. And then we have July already set up. And we're talking about someone with August. And the August one's going to be dope. The July one's going to be fire. I mean, I just don't know what to do with myself anymore. I'm like, wait, who wants to talk to us and help us out? And it turns out there are some really awesome creators out there. And for other YouTube channels that, do stuff like this, just reach out to them. I've seen other people like Two Brothers Comics and...
Lost in Comics just
Lost
had...
in Comics. Yes, Lost in Comics had...
Ian Bertram, wasn't it Ian Bertram?
No, it's Mostrat. Carl Mostrat.
That's what it was.
From Deceased Unkillables. It's just these guys, they're really nice, down-to-earth people, and I'm just so glad that they are because, I am huge fans of all the work, and they're my celebrities. And the fact that they get to talk to me is pretty freaking cool. So, yeah. So that's that. That's the update on giveaways. We did just also close our first ever trivia tournament, which was called Comic Quarantine Madness, and we have our first champion. Who is it, babe?
Me.
Stephanie
I answered almost all
won.
the questions right. I'm just kidding. I got like 4 right and then confused everyone while they tried to answer questions. It was Greg, the bearded comic bro.
Greg, the bearded comic bro, won, guys, and he won by like, well, no, it was 3 questions. Only 3 questions. He felt like it was a back and forth match, and it was awesome. It was such a good night. 2 Brothers Comics won. We had a comic book brawl, which was just like a bunch of comic book YouTubers came on, and they all went at it, and it was awesome. And it was just such a big night that, yeah, we're looking forward to do the next one. We're not sure when we're doing it yet. We're going to take a break. We're going to focus on us, and we're going to do some really cool stuff. And then we're going to do it again. So stay tuned for that. It was awesome. I don't know why she's laughing, because we are. Focus on us, meaning videos that we're going to make with us in it.
That's what you mean.
But, yeah. So, what are you guys got going on? Anything fun? You guys have any cool plans for the weekend? Are you guys doing anything comic book related? You guys going to, like, to the store, doing a little back issue digging? Are you going to go pick up your books because you haven't had a chance to get to the store yet? I don't know. Let us know in chat.
I'm pretty excited that the Wonder Woman Dead Earth is coming out next week.
Yes, number 3.
I'm excited for that.
Yes, I've been loving that since the start, and it's been delayed obviously because of Corona, and now it's back, and it's gonna be awesome.
Outer space. That I read Something from the Children number 7, which was also awesome. Too short. I don't like when they add like previews to another book at the end, and then you're like, yes, still more pages, and then you're like, oh, preview to a different book I don't care about.
Yeah, no, that book was to me, it was my pick of the week. I thought that book was epic. It was obviously, those books are always too short because you want them to go on and on because it's just like giving you so much juicy detail and you want more and you're like, please give me more Erica Slaughter, I want it! And then you get to the end and you only got so much and oh god. But James Tynion doing such a great job on that book. And yeah, Werther Deder's art is so good. Oh my god, it's pure fire. And yeah, that was definitely a highlight of the week for me.
Also, in the chat, I'm listening to you. I'm also excited about that book. But Comic Book Poster let us know that he's going to the zoo, which is pretty exciting. They haven't opened the zoo by us yet. But then he also said he's reading Resident now because of us.
Oh, nice. That's amazing. You definitely should be reading that book, because that book is so good. And the next issue is coming out in September. Hopefully, it might have got pushed back with you because Corona. But we are friendly with David Andry, the writer of Resident. And he promised that he would come on our channel and do an interview once that book came out or is coming out before it comes out. So we are super excited about that.
It's not until September, though, right?
Right. Yes, it is going to come out well, I would just say
maybe
September, but probably because of Corona.
Maybe not.
Delayed. So, yeah, it is 10:14, and you guys know what time it is. Babe, if anyone doesn't know, speak nice and loud and tell them what it's about.
I don't know which mic to speak into, which one you're hearing, so I'm just going to talk like this the whole time, and maybe you'll catch some of it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Every 15 minutes on our Friday night streams, we do trivia. We're going to ask you questions, and you have to be first in chat to answer. And if you are first, you get an entry into our end of the month giveaway. As Bruce just told you, is going to be Greg Rucka related. What's it going to be? What's it going to be? We'll give you more hints as we get closer. But it's always going to be awesome, because we always give away awesome shit.
We do. So stay tuned for that.
If you want awesome shit, get your typing fingers ready. Google fingers ready. Bruce always leaves all the fucking questions up there, so start Googling. Screenshot and start Googling answers.
Yeah, who cares? It's the first person who's fastest. She's always going to criticize me, guys. Every day I just walk around. Bruce is always leaving the questions up.
Every day. I'm like, what are you going to leave the dishes up? Like, you leave the questions up? That's what I shout.
Alright, guys, first person to answer this question in chat. And guys, I put a video on Instagram today asking what you guys wanted to see for questions, and only one person answered. So,
James Galagos, get ready for your Hulk questions.
Your Hulk question.
The Hulk has a son?
Sure does. Not Bruce Banner. The Hulk. Different.
Wait, like, so the Hulk has different semen than Bruce
James
Banner?
Galagos. Got it right.
Well, it's because he likes the Hulk, apparently. Way to answer questions that you asked for specifically.
Alright, winner, chicken dinner.
I want to hear more about the Hulk's son. It's like, so you're telling me if the Hulk has sex while he is the Hulk, that Bruce Banner's not his dad? Or the Bruce Banner a different Hulk than Bruce Banner? I don't understand.
I don't know. Hulk got jettisoned out into space to get... a group of people jettisoned him out into space to get rid of him because he was causing too much chaos, too much destruction. And he landed on this planet. And he became a gladiator. And he fell in love with this woman. And they had babies. And he never turned back into Bruce Banner. And they had a baby. And his name is Scar.
But how big is the Hulk's penis? I mean, like, how is that even possible?
Curious minds want to know.
I'm just saying, like, can he be, like, gentle? He's just, like, a 5,000-ton rock on top of you? None of it's adding up, guys. That's the questions I want answered. Get to it.
All right, someone at Marvel, let us know how big and how soft is the Hulk and that.
Big O says that we are correct that he has different sperm, I guess.
All right.
Beard Comic Bro is here, and he wants to apologize for being late because his kid crapped all over herself in the crib.
Oh, nice.
Terrible. And I'm very glad that our children are past that age.
Well,
and I am sorry for you.
Don't say that. Jack will end up doing it. Our 4-year-old son still pees the bed every once in a while. I'm like, what are you doing? Stop peeing the bed. And he still does.
Comic Misexplained just wrote Hulk smash. That's so funny.
Oh, the Hulk. The Hulk is always a good time.
That's really funny to imagine him screaming Hulk smash. I like that a lot.
Alright guys, we're going to jump into the news. And the first news item up is a very hard-hitting news item that Hollywood reportedly is preparing for CGI sex scenes to combat COVID-19.
Wait, what?
They're going
to wear masks?
No, they are going to CGI, meaning they are going to
they're going to make it
do
fake?
it 3D.
Is that real people?
There won't be real people in sex scenes and kissing.
I have a robot vagina. That's what you're going to say.
I guess so. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a robot. It's just going to be 2 3D animated people boning. So, any of you guys...
It's not a movie, Bruce. God.
What's that?
You get none of my references.
I have no idea what you were talking about. It's probably like SpongeBob or something.
It's a movie and it's not SpongeBob. Let's see if anyone in chat knows what movie it's from.
So, guys, this is huge, exciting news. This is the most probably hard-hitting news item of tonight. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 is officially in production. One of the key animators posted this on his Twitter account, first day on the job. So, yeah, we
love this.
This is our favorite superhero movie.
Favorite, hands down.
Period.
Favorite.
There's some other good ones out there that we really are excited about to rewatch, but we can rewatch this all the time.
And we have.
A
a lot. We've seen this movie a lot.
So I am so excited for this to actually be in production. Actually, I didn't even watch this.
First day on the job. Oh my god, I love this intro music.
I don't know if you guys can hear that. Looks like the microphone says you can.
Not only is Into the Spider-Verse an amazing superhero movie, the soundtrack to Into the Spider-Verse equally is amazing.
The only bummer about that, though, is not going to hit our eyeballs until 2022. So
but 2020 is almost over. We're halfway there.
Yeah, but then we have to go all through 2021.
No, once the summer comes, bam, Christmas. That's always how it works. You're like, oh my god, the summer is amazing. And then you're like, oh my god, we have to go Christmas shopping. And then it's Christmas.
Yeah, but then we have to go through all of 2021, and it's not coming out like January. It's coming out July. So it's basically 2 years from now.
It's going to go so quickly.
Well, I am complaining. I wish it was tomorrow. What the hell? If you guys are into Evil Dead, I loved the Evil Dead Stars TV show. I thought that show was absolutely fantastic. Made me a much bigger Bruce Campbell fan, because I'm not a big fan of that original movie. I know a lot of you, not maybe you guys, but a lot of people are. It's a cult classic. Everyone loves a good cult classic. But yeah, they are going to do another film. I forgot who the director is. Oh, Lee Corrin. Is going to be directed in Cronin. So yeah, they are officially working on this movie, which is it's pretty cool. If they make it like the TV show, I'm definitely into it, because that TV show is hilarious.
Also, Comics Explained said the news Miles Morales game for PS5 PS5 looks amazing. I didn't even know PS5 was a thing. How old am I that I thought PS4 was still the newest PlayStation?
Well, it hasn't dropped officially yet. It's coming out. Both the new Xbox...
Is it the one that looks like
a spaceship?
Yeah. So that's what I only know that because of memes where they're like, "Are you gonna get the
tall square?"
Yeah, they're like, "Are you? What did they call it? Like the seat, like the I don't know, whatever they called it, or the Wi-Fi router," and that's what they called it.
Oh, the Wi-Fi router. It definitely looks like the PS4. Before we go into any more news, let's open another beer because that last beer was delicious.
It was. Also,
it's gone.
James Gallagher says he has the beer back because his Batman toast is ready.
Nice.
James Gallagher's won a Batman toaster from us. It came to him yesterday. So I'm assuming he's already made 2 loaves worth of Batman toast. If he hasn't, he's missing out.
All right, babe. Which beer do you want to do next?
That one.
Wrench. Alright, so we're jumping over to camera number 2. This beer is called the Wrench. Again, this had I forgot which hops. I would have to look at it up close. It's got a cool wrench style.
Hold on, I want to clean the bottle a little bit because it's got condensation.
It's got like a cool, like, what do you want to call it? Like
gear.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, it's like print.
Like an overlay?
Or it's not like a, yeah, it's overlay, but it's like a 3D model in the background, but there's another word that I'm trying to think of that I can't. But it looks cool, and it had, like I said, had ingredients and hops. You want to bring that over here so we can open it, babe?
No.
Hops that I was really interested in tasting. That last beer was delicious. It had like a nice tropical flavor to it, which I think is the Citra hops. Maybe the Mosaic hops too, because we've had Mosaic and Citra the last few weeks, and they've both been really good. So this is a 7.1. Yeah, this one is the Lush Tropical Zest, which is the reason why I picked it up, because that just sounds amazing.
Also, I'm going to say something that's going to make the chat upset, but I've never seen any of the Evil Dead movies. So I guess I have to because everyone's talking about it in chat and they're all excited. But
so this is a Northeast Indian Pale Ale. Yeah, no, I saw the first one for sure. I'm not sure if I saw the second one, but
apparently there's also a third.
I did watch the Evil
and Frank
Dead.
Is on.
What's up, Frank? I did watch the Evil Dead TV show. I think I made Frank watch some of it. Yeah, it was really good. I really enjoyed that. It was like over the top, crazy, blood squirting everywhere when something died, and there was always people dying like crazy. So that was a really, really fun show. So I'm excited to get back to that.
Also, Jessica's on. Frank's niece.
Hey, Jessica, how are you?
And Comics Misexplained is on. I believe that you won something in one of our drunken Instagram after shows.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I think it was you. If you remember, you were supposed to DM us on Instagram so that way we could remember, because we don't remember things past 10:15. So, but I'm pretty sure, because there was like 1 or 2 nights where people won something and then never messaged us, and I was like, I'm pretty sure Comics Misexplained.
Frank,
I'm having such trouble with that.
Frank, let's know how the audio is on your end, because everyone's saying our audio sucks tonight. I can't tell why, because our audio, I can see the meter. It looks kind of low, but not that low, so I don't know. We will try doing this again.
Thank you, Greg, for admitting that you have also never seen any of the Evil Dead. We're in this together. Comics Misexplained. God damn it. I'm going to call you Comics. That's it.
Comics Misexplained.
He said he interviewed Greg Rucka, and they bonded over his vinyl collection, so now they're best friends.
Oh, that's amazing. Now I'm jelly of that. I don't have any vinyl.
I have one record that I've kept since I was a kid because it was my grandma's and she gave it to me, and it's the Partridge Family, and I still have it. That's the only one I own.
Well, yeah, I don't own any vinyl. I don't know if I ever will, because my collecting habit it's been for a very long time, comic books. And I just scored some amazing books from Fat Collectibles. Just letting you know, Fat Collectibles on Instagram, follow them. Friday night sales is just pure fire. All right, guys, not that one. This one.
Hold on. Comics Misexplained says he was drinking and that he doesn't remember if he won, but he thinks he does, and just donate our prize to the second place winner. If you think we can't remember the first place winner, but we can remember the second place winner, that's funny. Also, Jessica says we are cutting out constantly our audio.
Our audio is cutting out constantly?
Yes, that's what she says. You guys do keep cutting out. I don't know what's going on.
This is getting power. I'm gonna try to troubleshoot this real quick.
All right, let's see if I can think of any fun stories to tell you. So if you've been following our said loud noises. Oh wow, there's some volume.
All right, try that.
That's better.
How is that? I mean, our meter is like now peaking like crazy.
Yeah, comic book said it works. Stop. Now, should we turn it back down? Or that's it? Okay, people are saying that's it.
All right, so
But now I'm going to finish my story because I started and I'm going to finish. So, there was another story that I told a while ago about our 4-year-old who was doing homework and was like starting to elbow my boob and then was like, and then was like feeling me up. We did homework, or no, we weren't doing homework. He gets physical therapy and occupational therapy and speech therapy, and since everything is closed, he's been doing them through Zoom meetings and Google meetings. So I have to sit with him while he does that. So he's doing it with his occupational therapist.
Wait, it broke again? No, really?
I don't know.
Keep going, babe.
I'm going to keep going. You let me know. Anyway, we're doing OT on the Zoom meeting, and she's trying to get me to print something out. So I'm like sitting here we got 2 laptops going. He's on the one laptop where she can see him, and I'm trying to figure out how to print something out that she wants. And the whole time he's going like this. And licking my boob for the OT lady to see. And she's like, Jack, what are you doing? And I'm like,
and I was like, that's my son! That's my son!
So everyone's saying it's fine.
I know. I'm just turning down the gain because the gain was super high because I was afraid it was too low. But hopefully that's a little better.
But anyway, our 4-year-old is a pervert, and that's my story.
He just like boobs. He just like boobs. Boobs are amazing. Okay.
That's it. That was my story.
It is. We have 2 minutes. I'm gonna talk about this one story real quick, and then we're gonna go into trivia. So this is a picture from the 3 Jokers, which you can ignore that picture. But this is talking about Matt Reeves' Batman. So there's not going to be Joker in this first one that he's making, right? This is the one with Robert Pattinson and Colin Farrell and can't think of the other guys' names off the top of my head. But there's a lot of great actors in this next Batman movie. But they have confirmed that they have started to cast for the second and third Batman. And the Joker is going to be in that. So there is going to be now another iteration of the Joker. So we've had...
Wait, I'm confused. Which first Joker are they talking about?
Well, there's Jack Nicholson and all that. Now they're casting another Joker for
but it's
this
not
Batman.
like a secondary...
No, this is like Robert Pattinson's Joker.
Okay. I'm here now. I'm all up to date. Continue.
Yes. So they are now casting Robert Pattinson. Whatever.
Paddington Bear.
Twilight Batman's Joker. There we go.
Oh my god, so I went down an internet wormhole before when I was looking for stories for us to talk about the news, and I just stopped like clicking on another story onto another story and another story, and they had all these links about actors and actresses who smell bad and who have bad hygiene and who have really bad breath, and Robert Pattinson was on like every list. So
really?
Apparently he's a stinky dude.
Sorry, I mean I know I smell like coffee all the time because I drink a ton of coffee.
No, apparently he smells terrible.
My 8th grade teacher, Miss Eggleston, who was my theater teacher. I was in theater from 7th grade until 10th, or I graduated high school. Loved it. Loved being in the theater. But her teeth, half of them, all of her teeth were green. And she had the worst breath you've ever smelled in your life. And she was a vegan back in the 1990, whatever it was.
Back
92?
before the internet was invented.
Alright guys, but guess what? It's trivia time. Get those trigger fingers ready.
Frank is on, guys. Get ready. Although Frank has been sucking lately. Frank, you are dropping the ball.
Frank.
What is going on?
Frank, stop sucking.
Or start sucking? Whatever helps you.
And, yeah, Frank, these are all Hulk questions, so you should get these.
Come on, Frank. James Galgos is ready. It's like he knew the question.
Who is the Hulk's sidekick?
Hulk is the sidekick and the son? Where have I been?
Come on, everyone. Who is Hulk's sidekick?
Did he get it right again?
Yes, he did.
Holy shit, James Galgos. This is why James asked for the Hulk. You guys should be asking for things you know.
Well, see, James, I'm sorry. You know the rules. 2 in a row. You can't get another one right.
James said Rick Jones. That makes me think of Rick James.
Rick James! Guys, I was watching Borikin's comic book haul. He bought like 50 books from this company. He got some amazing books for $1 a piece. I was like, Borikin, give me the place.
And he did.
I did, but I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. So.
Also, James, you still won the second one. You just can't win the next one.
Yes.
Because you know the Hulk too well.
It's a 1-question gap, so you'll can't get the third one right, and the next one you can. So don't worry. Ooh, I'm burping a lot.
First he tells you how bad his breath is, and then he burps. So welcome to sitting next to Bruce, guys.
She loves it. All right, guys, back to the news. So that was the Joker stuff. So yeah, they are starting to cast the next one. And the last bit of news items for movies is that Wonder Woman has been delayed once again. It went from like August something to October 2nd.
It's my birthday!
It's Stephanie's birthday!
That's my gift.
I mean,
another Wonder Woman movie.
I am praying to the gods that this movie is so much better than that first one. The first half of that movie was super enjoyable, and then it was turned into a pile of fucking garbage fire.
I liked it.
Dumpster fire. That's what I was.
I liked Wonder Woman.
Garbage. Oh,
I know no one else agrees, but I liked Wonder Woman. And I like Gal Gadot. And also, Greg would like to comment on how you didn't remember it was my birthday until I said it.
James, why are you gonna do me like that?
It was Greg, not James.
Oh, sorry, Greg.
Greg would never do you. James would never do you like that. That was Greg, and of course Greg would do you.
Of course, Greg would do me like that. That is how Greg does everyone. There wasn't a ton of TV news, guys, so we're gonna just shoot through this real quick because there really wasn't any. This one's actually Stephanie's news, so actually we're on camera. Babe, tell them about this.
Also, I just picked this just because I don't know about you guys, but especially if you have children. Since there's no movie theaters open, no movies are coming out to DVD, and my kids are bored out of their fucking minds and have nothing to watch. And they've actually been waiting for this movie to finally get released so they'd have something new to watch. So apparently it's finally coming out June 26th.
Oh, this is straight to DVD.
Straight to DVD. It's going out to Amazon Prime Video. So it's a little something for us to watch. Hopefully it's halfway decent and the kids enjoy it. I like Dave Bautista, but it looks terrible, but... I need something for my kids to watch for 2 hours.
It's like Kindergarten Cop, but terrible. Oh, the good old Arnold Schwarzenegger movies were so good. All right, babe.
Oh my god, everyone agrees that Wonder Woman is good.
Oh, it's so
Barikin says he liked Birds of Prey. I also love Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey was good.
Also, hi, Barikin. Bearded says you have bad taste in movies and TV shows. And Comic Reporter said he's on Team Stephanie because I like Wonder Woman.
All right, fine. Everyone loves Stephanie and they hate me. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being the evil person. But babe, tell them about HBO.
So I thought this article was super hysterical because I know you guys have heard us talk about how they're launching HBO Max. So apparently they've launched it and people are like, what the fuck is HBO Max? Then you have HBO Go. Then you have HBO Now. I'm so confused. And then now they're like, oh, we're confusing people. So now they're going to change HBO Now to just HBO. And they're going to phase out HBO Go now. Which one did I say? Whatever the fuck it is. And now they're just going to have HBO Max eventually. I just thought it was hysterical because they're stupid. And how could you launch a fucking third streaming station and then be like, everyone's confused. Nobody's watching it because nobody knows what it is because it's dumb. It's like the exact same thing as HBO Go. I just thought it was funny because they're stupid.
I love my baby. It's heated in the fire. All right, so this next one was pretty funny. Well, I shouldn't say funny. So the Flash, the elongated actor got fired. And it's funny, like, you would think in a time like right now with everything that's going on in the world, COVID and the riots and the reasons behind the riots, where you would like think to yourself, you know what, I'm going to stay away from Twitter. Even if I think I'm going to be funny and people are going to take it the right way. You know, I like my job. I want to keep my job. I got a pretty good paying job. I'm an actor on a big TV show. No, he goes ahead and makes a semi-racist tweet and then gets fired over it. Seems like he was, not thinking things through. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what a lot of these actors and sports players are thinking when, they do things like this. It's like, just stay off social media if you can't keep your mouth shut.
I guess maybe he didn't like his job. Also, the title of that is the elongated actor.
The elongated man.
So that's his name.
Yes, that is his character's name, the elongated man.
I was like, what's wrong with that dude? Bearded Comic Book let us know that HBO Max has Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and that's all we need to know.
That is very nice. We will be watching that.
How great is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
That was such a great show.
Also, it's very appropriate for what's going on right now, because there's a great episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where this, like, black rights guy tells Carlton he's not black enough because he acts white, and then Carlton schools him. Great episode.
Great episode. My baby. My baby! All right, back to the news. Now, we have a lot of good actual comic book news. So this is actually like some sad news. Denny O'Neil has passed away at 81, I believe. Yes, 81. I didn't know he was because he was much more of a, I think it's Silver and Bronze Age writer. He was back in the 60s and 70s and I think early 80s. But he did like write a lot of Wonder Woman, Justice League of America, Green Lantern and Green Arrow, which I guess is a big, highly regarded run. And he also wrote Green Lantern, where he made Roy Harper, a heroin addict, which was a big deal, especially back then. That was back, I think, in 1970s or early 80s. So it was sad news. A lot of people really, really enjoyed this guy. He was also gritty at a time in comics where things weren't really like that. Things were like more lighthearted, and he was kind of like bringing more realism to comic books. So Stephanie is laughing hysterically at my depressing news of a man dying. So let me find out what is so funny.
So Barikan wrote, you said we actually have a lot of great comic book news, and then you went to that guy dying. So Barikan commented on how you did that.
Right.
But then Greg wrote, Stephanie said Lock and Queef on air and you guys didn't get canceled, so just don't be a TV star and you can say what you want.
Well, I didn't mean to start off with this news, but there was actually a lot of good comic book news this week, especially because, well, no TV shows really filming right now, no movies filming or actually coming out. But there are finally new comic books happening in the media, and they are starting to come out, and they're starting to get, buzz around these things. So there was a bunch of good stuff. I didn't mean to start with that, but that was the first news item because he died when...
And that was everywhere. When I was looking for news, that was every front page.
So we have
great good news, guys. This guy died. But also, on to the next thing.
Speaking of another death, I don't think this is real, personally. But Tom Taylor and Bruno Redondo's Suicide Squad number 9. The cover has been teased, and you see Harley Quinn holding Deadshot's mask helmet thing. It goes on to say that to complete their mission, Deadshot has to do the unthinkable and do the one thing that he's never done, which is die. I don't think they're going to kill Deadshot. I think, they'll probably do a stunt, especially if you've been reading Tom Taylor's Suicide Squad, which is absolutely fucking awesome. You would know that the team is like, they'll probably try to stunt someone, make them believe that Deadshot is dead, and then he's going to come out and kill them. So, I don't know. But
I don't know who Deadshot is.
Bruno Redondo.
Wink, wink.
I don't know what just happened. My eye was really twitchy. This was amazing news. If you know this channel at all, we love the comic book. Deceased. There we go. I'm going to do this again. If you are like this channel at all and you watch our stuff, you really know that we like the comic book.
Well, I thought you were going to ask me to say the Black Label DC books. So I actually really like those. I've all the ones I've read so far, I really enjoyed it. Harleen was up there in my top favorite, and I really liked Deceased. I loved Deceased. It was like top 3 for 2019 for me.
So Tom Taylor is writing a Hellblazer or a Constantine book, which is I am so excited about. because I love Tom Tiller. Stephanie loves Tom Tiller.
I like the Constantine movie with Keanu Reeves.
And Constantine is such a great character, and they keep trying to write him. They give him to all these writers that can't get right. He always sucks.
Constantine's in Unkillables, right?
Yes, he is in Unkillables. He's going to be a huge part of Dead Earth or Dead Planet. Dead Earth is
I'm
Wonder
so
Woman.
excited for Dead Planet.
Dead Planet.
I would like to announce that now.
So I'm really excited that Tom Tiller is doing a black label book, and I think Derek Robertson was the original artist on The Boys. And because I did a quick Googling, and that's what came up as a lot of Boys artwork. So I'm putting two together. That is him, and he is a great artist. And guys, I did find that I have The Boys #1 in my collection, first print in pristine condition, and that is a $100 book ungraded, and then I'm gonna get that book graded, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
Also, comic book poster, that is one of our next news items. Is about how Stefan Stefajic is retiring. But I don't know what the additional scene is in Constantine, Greg, so I don't know if I saw it. Shia LaBeouf is an angel. Maybe I did see that. That sounds slightly familiar.
I didn't see that extra scene. I did not. I saw him die.
Shia LaBeouf.
LaBeouf.
Just do it. Remember when Shia LaBeouf went crazy and made that video?
Oh my god.
The internet remembers.
Alright, so we're gonna do, I think, the hard-hitting beer, which is the 8. It's not that hard.
What? 8% is hard.
We've had 16 on this. We've had 16 on this show, babe.
I know.
And the 16, the Anchorage, what was it called? Anchorage?
It was Anchorage Brewing Company, but it was something else.
Anarchy or something like that. I don't know. But this, Never Tell Me the Odds, double IPA, 8% alcohol.
This reminds me of Chaos.
But again, it had the Mosaic and the, I can't see that. It's too blurry, that first one.
Versus Blind.
Calypso.
Calypso. Mosaic, Comet, and Bravo. Bravo.
That last beer was actually really good. It wasn't.
They've been good so far.
And what didn't have that fruity. It had some fruit because, like I said, it was supposed to have. It was supposed to have a lush and tropical zest. But it wasn't as tropical as the first beer. The first beer was had a much more fruity. There was some loud music just played.
I thought that was coming from us. That's how loud it was from outside. I was like, "Are you playing music right now?"
What were you laughing at, babe?
I misread what Greg wrote, and I thought it was funny, but what he said wasn't funny. We didn't actually watch Peanut Butter Falcon. Bruce wanted to watch it.
I want to watch it so bad, but she doesn't. She thinks she heard one bad review and now she won't watch it.
That's not all entirely true, though. I don't like movies that look like they're gonna make me cry. I like to laugh. And
the movie looks awesome.
When we get like 2 hours of TV time a week, if we're lucky. So I don't want to spend the one night we have watching a movie that's going to make me feel like shit about myself and cry. I want to watch something.
How's that going to make you feel like shit? It's what
it'll make me feel like it's going to make me feel like I should be doing more or something, that I'm a piece of shit for just sitting around.
No.
It's going to do something to me. It will mess me up mentally.
Greg said you'll laugh and cry. And I love those kind of movies.
I'm just going to cry. It's going to be like when we
watched...
watched...
Hold on. Finish your beer. I want to pour it, and then we can do trivia.
What did we watch?
Drink, and then you can talk. Perfect.
The movie, the TV show, The Nazis. Hunters. And there's that scene, the one whole episode where the guy dies and the wife, like, visits him, but, like, in heaven. I cried like a baby. A baby. Bruce looked over. I was like,
we're both crying. Don't try to say that. I was the only one crying. Bruce was.
Don't say that. I'm just saying.
You were.
I cried way more.
Not suggesting. You were.
I was inferring that Bruce is a non-crying.
She was saying it was heartless.
Everyone was already saying in chat that you're cold because you were like, I got great news. Dead guy.
All right. You got me.
See, Jessica's confirming. We've already learned how cold Bruce is.
All right, next question up. First person to answer this question in trivia. This is Hulk Trivia Night. Hulk. That's the green walls, the green, in my heart.
Do you know
who is the Red Hulk? Who is the Red Hulk?
He's related to Red Skull. He's his cousin, Red Hulk. Andrew Kai. Thaddeus Ross.
Yes, Andrew Kai is correct.
Andrew Kai is correct!
Andrew Kai, I didn't even see you come on, man. What is going on, guys?
He did come on. Andrew Kai's been on for a while because he came on way before when we were talking about Greg Rucka, and he said, Greg Rucka, that's so cool, or something like that. Fire, you're amazing, take your shirt off, I don't know, something like that.
After every show, she was always like, why didn't you take your shirt off? I'm like, no one wants to see me with my shirt off. Jesus.
People want to. They DM me.
It's just like this. It just grows down like this. And tie it around my nipples.
It's really weird. But that's why I want you guys to see it.
Yeah, no, but guys, for real though, Greg Rucka, it's gonna happen. And
I'm excited.
It's gonna be dope.
I'm gonna finish reading Lois Lane before that. I'm excited to tell you what I think. Jared
Walkowitz?
Jared,
what the heck is going on, man?
said he just finished a CrossFit video and wanted to say hi.
What's going on, man? Jared Walkowitz is one of the first people I've ever done CrossFit with, and we were really good friends when we lived in the city, but then he moved to Chicago with his lovely wife, and she was pregnant with their first kid, and they was going back there because they had support there and that they didn't have here, and I lost him.
Wait, I missed that. Where'd he go?
Chicago.
Okay.
Chicago.
I've only been to Chicago as I drove through Chicago, and I stopped and I had deep dish pizza, and then I just kept going. It was pretty good.
It was pretty good. But, yeah, so Greg Rucka.
Beard Comic Bro said you should Hulk rage at the end and then rip your shirt off. Which I like that. That's a great suggestion.
Alright, so where were you? Alright, so...
Oh, and Hero and the Kid is on.
Oh, what's going on here on the kid? How are you doing? So this was actually a news article that I pulled mainly because Stephanie was such a huge...
I loved Harleen.
Fan of this book. But Stepan Sejic is retiring from hire work, which is basically you're hiring him to work on a book that will be then printed later on. He goes on in this article to say that he likes to work for write or draw for books for the web, which he can he finishes it, he puts it out, and he gets immediate reactions from his fans, and he loves that immediate reaction. He doesn't want to wait 6 months, a year to see his art and fans actually see what he worked on for so long. He likes the immediate reaction, which to me, I wasn't a huge fan of this book, but his artwork was so
It was such a good book. It was a good story. His artwork was amazing. It made me fall in love with Harley Quinn. I became a Harley Quinn fan after his book.
That's kind of a bummer to me. I am not. I don't think I will ever be a digital guy. Unless the industry says, all right, we are no longer printing books, which I don't think they will ever do. But maybe I'm a curmudgeon. I know our kids do not love the comic book format. Nate does like to read his trade paperbacks.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he's a big fan of a series altogether of comic books.
Yeah, he's reading the young reader stuff, Boone and Timmy Failure, Bone.
Timmy Failure's not really a comic book. Hilo.
It's much more comic book than
Dogman.
Hilo. So he's big fans of those. I hope to bring him over to the dark side sometime soon. I just see him, the way he treats a comic book, and it makes me want. I don't know. It's like, oh god, why are you doing that to that comic book? I don't understand. He rolls it up into a thing, like a circle, and then just hits things with it. Oh my god, what are you doing? My insides are trying to become my outsides.
I know that I've officially crossed over to the dark side because when Bruce was putting out his comics, I thought to myself, Bruce should put out that Little Bird comic that I got, and then I'm like, what if it falls and it dents and ruins the corner? Fuck that. I'm not telling him to put that comic book out.
That comic book is in its cardboard that it came in. It's going to go right to CGC.
Yeah. That's how I know. I'm in it deep, guys. Also, I want to go back to some of the comments because they were hysterical. Greg said this is the longest he's ever seen someone who does CrossFit wear a shirt and that you're letting the community down. And also, I agree. When I found out Bruce did CrossFit, I was like, oh, he's one of those guys.
I don't talk about it that much.
He doesn't talk about it that much, but he admitted that when he first started doing it, did talk about it that much.
No, I did. You love it. When you start doing something like that, it's like If you played sports in high school, it replaces that want to win, do better. Even today, when I went to my buddy's house, because the gyms aren't open, but my buddy has a lot of the same equipment, so we go to his house in the morning, me, Stu, and Joe. I crush them every morning because I cannot lose. So, even my two really good friends, I still have to beat them. And mentally, it's a problem. I know, I got a problem.
You can still do that in other gyms. I've taken tons of classes where, like, usually the classes in most gyms, and if you're a woman, is like a bunch of 50-year-old women who are like, They're
yeah, but that's not fun.
No, but then I make sure I lift more weights than they're doing and then do everything harder than they're, and then I'm like, oh my god, you're so old and terrible.
It's not the same. Everyone should try CrossFit. I've been saying that since I started. Alright,
CrossFit
no more
is
CrossFit.
dangerous and dumb. Also,
Are you still going?
I'm not done. Jessica said deep dish pizza isn't pizza, and to fight her. New York pizza is the best pizza. Sorry, Chicago.
Yeah, sorry, Chicago. No, but that will always be my pizza.
And then Chaos is on.
Chaos, what's going on, Chaos, man?
He said he's so disappointed with his loss that he moved from Vegas to Utah and now he's a polygamist. And Greg said, this is awkward. Look who's here.
Guys, the battle between Chaos and Greg was so epic. It was so good. You could see Chaos getting more serious and more serious and more serious, and then he hit that point where he knew he couldn't win anymore, and that's when he turned his mic back on.
He was so mad. It was so great. Chaos, I love to hate you. Just know that for life.
But yeah, it was such a good time. I can't wait to do the next one. Anything else, babe?
I'm just reading more things.
Okay.
First loser is here. Thoughts on Castro taking over? I don't know what that is.
Oh, Bruce, is that Walkowitz ass in that?
Big O.
A Big O?
Mm-hmm. What does that mean? Fill me in. I need to know. I feel left out.
All right, so really quick, since Big O asked that question, that means he's probably in the know. The owner, CEO of CrossFit, made a racist remark. It wasn't like super racist, but he made an insensitive comment, and that the backlash was like, I think over 2,500 affiliates have de-affiliated already, which is a $4 million hit to CrossFit, which any gym, that's huge. And he has stepped down, and people are still saying that's not enough, because he's still the majority owner of CrossFit. But Dave Castro, who has been like the man doing all the programming for the CrossFit Games and all this stuff, is now the new CEO. But everyone's still pissed off because Greg Glassman, the owner of CrossFit, is still the owner of CrossFit. So any money you give to CrossFit is benefiting him. And people are like, that shouldn't benefit him. He needs to leave.
Let's talk about how expensive CrossFit is. That's another reason CrossFit's stupid. Another reason CrossFit's stupid.
But the whole thing is, like, the guy owns the company. You want him to, sell it? Sure, do that. But I don't think beyond selling it, he's going to walk away. I don't know.
Also, Jared said you love V-necks and tank tops, and that's not true. I always tell him he should wear more tank tops, and he doesn't.
Well, so no, Jared, I don't shave anymore. So,
I refuse to allow it.
So, alright, I don't want to talk about CrossFit anymore. This is not a channel about CrossFit. What?
I'm reading the rest. The elongated fit, man. Bright side, there would have been an awkward situation when I told them that I don't want them to send me a belt with leather.
Alright, can I go?
Yes, go.
Alright, go. Sorry, I just don't want to talk CrossFit anymore. This is not CrossFit channel. So, Brian Michael Bendis. I've been listening to this channel called Think Critical.
Oh my god, this guy, Brian Michael Bendis, doesn't he kind of look like the guy with 7 kids? The boy who had 7.
The boy? Oh, Matt?
Yeah.
A little bit.
That's what I'm getting. At first second, I was like, oh, he's on. And then I was like, oh, no, wait. That's Brian
So Brian Michael Bendis, he was a huge name at Marvel. Towards the end of his run of Marvel, people hated him. They were like, get rid of him. He came to DC. People were excited to DC. DC gave him Superman. I have never been a huge Superman fan. I think he's one of the superheroes that he's just too powerful. He can do everything. He's super smart.
Too powerful?
He's super strong. He can, breathe in space. He can shoot lasers out of his eyes. He has cold breath. He has super shits.
Miss Captain Marvel. She'll fucking kick his ass.
He can do everything. It's just, I don't know, he's boring as a character to me. Brian Michael Bendis came in, they gave him, and people, I was listening to this thing, Critical Podcast, and the person who does that hates him, and he had another person on the channel that doesn't like him. But Brian Michael Bendis was on a podcast recently where he said he is coming near the end of his run on Superman. The day it was uploaded, it was deleted the same day, and he came out with comments later and said, no, I'm not coming near the end of my run. So it's this conflicting ideas that...
Wait, so he's currently writing for Superman, or
Yes.
he's taking over the writing?
No, he's currently writing for Superman,
Okay.
and everyone hates it. They say it's trash. They say it's so bad. He did do one thing that was really bad. Before he came on, there was a book called Super Sons. It was Damian Wayne and John Kent.
Okay.
John Kent is little boy Superman. It's a son.
I know who they are. I got it from Deceased.
Yes. So it's the son of Lois Lane and Superman, and he aged up John Kent. He sent him into space, and there's a time skip, and he came back 17 years old. So he's no longer 2 years younger than Damian. He's now 17 years old, and Damian's only 12. So he's old, and it's weird, and it's no longer this fun little duo between Damian and
He's
John.
like, whatever, come on my level, bro. I've already had sex. And he's like, what is sex? I still like Bakugans. That's right, I brought it back.
So, I don't know what to do with this news. I am a fan of Brian Michael Bendis, mainly of his older stuff. Like, I really love New Avengers. I really loved all new X-Men, even though that's controversial, I know. But there's some other stuff that I just really, really enjoy. But I read the beginning of Superman in Action Comics. I was like, oh, terrible.
I've never read any comic book that has Superman in it, except for Deceased. So when I think of Superman, I think of like the 1980s, 70s Superman. That movie where Superman, Lois Lane dies. Remember all those terrible like rocks fall on her, and it was like the worst action scene ever because it was like back before CGI and technology was created, and she dies, and Superman's like, no, because he can't live without Lois Lane's, and he flies around the world backwards, and he turns back time, and then he saves her before she dies. That will always be Superman.
That's the comic that she wrote.
That is
Red.
That is always Superman to me. That is when I hear Superman, that is the Superman I think of. The one who flies the world so fast that he spins it backwards and saves Lois Lane from the stupid rocks falling on her stupid face.
I don't know. I want Batman or Superman to be good. I have read some good Superman. It's just, I don't know. It's a hard character to write, in my opinion, because he's too good. Like, it's like, oh, you got a problem? Obviously, he can solve it because he's Superman. It's boring. Come on. Few other things before we hit the 11 o'clock hour.
It's 1 minute from the 11 o'clock hour. A few other things. How many things do you think we're going to talk about quickly?
I am a huge fan of the Tom King run. I know on Batman. I know a lot of you guys are not. I am a big fan. I was so excited when Tom King announced that he was doing Batman and Catwoman with Clayman. Clayman's art is like butter, baby. It is so fucking good. But James Tynion has come out to say that maxi series will not be in continuity. It is going to be outside of continuity. So it's going to be its own story, which saddens me so much. Because in this book, Catwoman and Batman get together and they have a baby, and that would just be epic. I don't know, Damian having a little brother, or I think it's supposed to be a girl, and it would just be so awesome. But now this is out of continuity, and it just, I don't know. I'm sure it will still be a great story. I'm just so sad.
Also, Greg agrees with you on Tom King Batman. He enjoys it. And also, Downright Nerdy Podcast is here. Michael,
what's going on, buddy? In the last bit of news item, Joshua Williamson. He is the current writer on The Flash, but he has come out and said issue number 100 is going to be his last issue. Now, everyone's wondering, what is he going to do next? I love the Flash book. I think it sucks. I think it's so bad. But Joshua Williamson is a good writer. I can't think off the top of my head what I enjoy from him, but there's a couple books I'm like, oh my god, that's Joshua Williamson. I love this freaking book. He is taking over Justice League. Robert Venditti is running Justice League right now, and that shit is hot garbage.
hot garbage.
It is so bad. It's coming off Scott Snyder and James Tynion's run. That book is so freaking bad. I don't know. Some people are enjoying it. I'm like, are you on drugs?
Yeah, I
It
tested
is
them.
so bad.
Also, Big O said that Mr. Miracle Tom King was great. If you liked Mr. Miracle Tom King, you should read Vision Tom King.
Vision, Tom King, and Dennis Hopeless's.
And there's flies attacking us. It's on your face.
Dennis Hopeless's Spider-Woman. So good. So good. But yeah, it's the 11 o'clock hour. It is time for trivia. If you guys are on, let's do this. We're going to do 7 questions rapid fire. That was all of the news.
7 questions rapid fire, guys. Quick. First person to answer correct in chat gets an entry into an end of the month giveaway. James, you're back in the running.
Yeah, James, you can answer this one. Betty Ross is currently known as this in the
first person to make
books.
the American flag. Betsy Ross.
Not the Red She-Hulk. That is incorrect.
Red She-Hulk.
That
Also
is
James
incorrect.
Galagos.
Harpy. James Galagos.
He said the wrong answer, and then he was like, "Wait, never mind. You said that's an. You said wiener, and that's a lie." That's what he said.
Back to the questions. Because that's how we do it. We do it rapid.
A large red bird lady. I like that.
Yes, that is actually what she looks like.
A flag designer. Thank you, Comic Book Poser, for getting Betsy Ross when I said Betsy Ross. At least some people understand me on this
And
channel.
what comic does Hulk first appear in?
Hulk 81. What is the one that everybody wants?
That's Wolverine. Hulk 181.
Hulk 181.
Hulk number 1, James Galagos is correct again!
Alright, that's it, James. Fucking stop winning shit. You're the Frank of this channel now! Guys, we asked you what you wanted this trivia to be about, and James said Hulk, which is apparently his fucking favorite thing ever. You should have got a Hulk toaster, because it's his favorite thing. And he's getting all of them right, and he's making all of you look terrible.
Terrible! Alright, guys, I'm gonna...
Chaos said cocaine. Chaos, I don't think that's the right answer. I don't know a lot about comics, but I'm going to say cocaine is the wrong answer.
Oh no, what kind of radiation gave Bruce Banner his powers?
Gamma rays.
That's right.
Oh my god, I was right! I just guessed it!
Who was the first one to say yeah?
Wait, Bearded Comic Bro.
Bearded Comic Bro!
Gamma ray.
Bearded Comic Bro, I do just want to let you know.
That Bruce is terrible.
Not that Bruce is terrible. That since you did win a big end of the month giveaway, there is a 6-month. What do you want to call that?
Can't fucking win shit for 6 months, Greg. Get off my dick.
Get off my dick. I just wanted to warn you.
You asked for me to say it.
So who's the person after Bearded Comic Bro?
Bearded Comic Bro, and then Comics Misexplained. You can put Bearded Comic Bro in. If you win, Greg, we'll send you something. It just can't be the main prize.
Correct.
We'll send you something. A Batman toaster? Would you like a Batman toaster?
Okay. So this is the next beer that we're drinking. It is called, that's the beer company.
5 Boroughs Brewing Company, IPA, dry hopped with Cascade and Citra. That's all it says.
That's all it says. But Citra was the reason why I picked this up. Everything that we've drank with Citra has been delicious. So,
Jessica, you want a Batman toaster? Good fucking luck. We tried to give our Batman toaster away, like 2 months ago?
a bunch of times.
A bunch of times. And every time we went on Amazon, it was sold out. And then James won, and we promised the Batman toaster because we went on right before we went live. And we're like, all right, it's there. And then we went on to order it, and it was fucking gone again. But they did let us pre-order it, and it finally came.
It did.
So, you can get a Batman toaster.
Who created the Hulk?
Brian Michael Bendis.
Kirby Lee, comic book poser.
Comic book poser was right. And he was first. Comic Books Explained said, give Jessica my Batman toaster. We do technically have a prize coming to you. We could send Jessica a Batman toaster. Jessica, if you send me your information on Instagram, I will send you a Batman toaster. I can't promise when it will come because Amazon apparently is low on Batman toasters. It's a hot commodity. But on Instagram, send us your stuff.
James, how does that actually look when it comes
Yeah,
out
I'm
of the
not
toaster?
sure if it actually toasts a Batman signal.
What
James,
group
let us know.
decided to send Bruce Banner into deep space to get rid of Bruce and Poser again?
The
Damn.
Illuminati. Wait, the Illuminati is like in a comic book world?
Yes, it is Doctor Strange, Reed Richards, who else is in that? Black Panther, Captain America, Iron Man.
I didn't watch Captain America.
What was it again?
Not Winter Soldier. What's
Oh,
the other one he's in before Winter Soldier? Civil War? Civil War.
Civil War's after.
After, whatever. Fucking same shit. I didn't watch that until after I watched Black Panther. So when I watched Black Panther, I was like, oh my god, Black Panther's such a cool character. And then I watched Civil War, and I'm like, Black Panther fucking is a lame-ass character, and I didn't enjoy him anymore.
No, I think the Black Panther movie is another hard.
I liked Black Panther movie. I did. Wakanda Forever. And I was like, this is a cool movie.
It had moments that were great, but overall, I thought the movie was not that great. All right, guys, back to the questions. There are 2 left. 2 easy questions.
The toaster shields part of the bread from being toasted. That's what he says. But can you send us a picture
Of the toast.
of the actual toast? That's what I want.
Fuck. What is...
Chaos is mad because apparently his lag in his new polygamous colony isn't working. Sorry, Chaos. Keep blaming the lag. It's the reason you lost the big fucking title, and now it's the reason you're losing
Big
the
O!
little tiny thing.
Babe, can you actually say Big O's full username?
You got Big O.
Yeah.
FGCU42.
SCGU42.
FGCU42. I'd like to know, Big O, what does that mean? What is FGCU42? Forget about it. That's what he's like. But what's the C?
Oh, is that what it means?
I don't know. I'm making it up.
Alright, guys, I'm just going to ask this last question. We're not going to spin the wheel. Who is Scar's mom? Who is Scar's mom?
So we already learned that Scar is the Hulk's son, which I didn't even know he existed.
James Gallegos in the house.
Florida Gulf Coast University. I don't know what's happening. I'm so confused. Emilio Estevez. I'm very confused about the chat. I'm going to...
You're in it.
What do you say? Bruce?
Let me know when the 6 months lapse so he can jump back on and start watching the channel again.
You can still win things, Greg. I just promised to send you things. You just can't win the big prize.
You giving away anything tonight, babe? Because that'd be the last part of the night.
Do you guys want things? Do you desire things? I feel like every night on a Friday, we get drunk. I give shit away. No one messages me on Instagram. No one takes me seriously.
It's not our fault, guys. It's not our fault.
I'm drunk by the time it's 11:10.
Send Cheetos. Everyone says send Cheetos.
Guys, Cheetos are so delicious. I have been really good about only eating my Cheetos on Friday night.
She has been.
So I deserve them tonight, and I'm going to eat them after we're done with this.
Resident shirt. Comment Poison says resident shirt.
Dude, send me your information on Instagram, and I will send you a Resident shirt. I'm all about promoting David Andrew and Resident.
It's such a good book. It's the
and
best
David
book.
Andrew's a great guy.
He
was the first person who agreed to be on our channel ever. He was our first big giveaway. He will forever hold a special place in our heart.
Yeah, and that was the time when I was reaching out to like everybody in this under the sun, Scott Snyder and all those people. Scott Snyder, if you're watching, please respond to my Instagram messages.
You've been trying. Tom King.
Fucking
get on your shit.
But yeah, he's such a cool dude.
James, you know what? That's funny that you say that because I wanted to say something to Bruce. James said he never got his Western shirt. Remember we ordered that for Two Gun Pedro and James the same day. That was like a month ago. They still haven't sent me a shipping confirmation. I feel like we should reach out to David Andrew, or I'll just call the company. But I don't know what's going on. They still haven't sent us anything saying that it shipped. It's still saying like we ordered it, but it never shipped.
All right, well I'm gonna make a calendar reminder right now. But guys, if you guys talk to Stephanie because she is the girl who gives stuff away.
I like to give stuff away. I've been big on giving away Mandalorian shit because I like that show. But what do you guys want? Give me something you want, and then I'll make up a fake question for it. This fucking fly is like a gnat, and it's living in my face. I can't get rid of it. Are we doing the IG after party? My neighbors are upset. I keep walking around the yard without a shirt.
Probably not.
James, that's not true. You're amazing human being. The Resonant shirt would only make you more amazing. But in the meantime, I feel like you probably have other shirts you can wear.
Alright. Follow up with Vault.
Comics Explain said he wants us to send him a corpse of the fly that keeps flying around. I would love to, but I can't catch it. It just keeps fucking flying in front of my face. So I look like, I don't even know, whatever this is. And I keep trying to catch flies in my face. But we are going to, Bruce is currently adding a calendar reminder for us to remember to follow up with Vault and why they're not sending fucking t-shirts that we ordered a month ago. But yes.
Okay, so, well, we just need to pick something and give it away.
All right, no one's giving me any ideas, so I'm going to go on to Best Buy and see what they have. Let's see.
Batman toasters are currently in stock.
We do have Batman toasters. Is anyone interested in a Batman toaster? Who wouldn't want a Batman toaster? A PS5. We don't have that kind of money.
We can do a Batman toaster. We can do Resident T-shirt or a Funko Pop. Those are your three options.
My life is all about the Katie Sackhoff lately watching her YouTube channel. Cool, they brought her on for Mandalorian. Batman toaster. Everyone's a Batman toaster. We're giving away stuff tonight. I'm going to stay out of it. I ran out of room for my Bruce and Stephanie prize room. Had to throw my daughter out of her room. James does seem to win a lot of stuff.
He does.
Him and Tugum Pedro, I think, are our most.
Tuga's not on. Frank's not on.
What happened to Frank?
All right, so there is some Yoda stuff.
Stuff. We'll just ask a question and then you get to pick what you want. And then no one will fucking message me on Instagram anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I keep trying to give shit away, and no one. I don't know. They don't take me seriously. They don't care. They're also drunk with me.
All right, guys.
Whatever it is.
I got the question. I talked about it early on the live stream where most of you guys actually weren't here.
Your comments said start making Drunko Pops.
But here's the thing. This is actually going to tie in.
This guy saw your PM. We will send you stuff. Don't worry.
It's going to tie into our August giveaway.
Ooh, I like that. I'm ready.
What? If you watched my review video today that I dropped around 3:30, actually, Barikin, you were on that live or premiere on YouTube. And if you were on earlier in this video, you would know what was my pick of the week for the best comic book this week that came out.
You just said it 5 seconds ago.
No, I didn't.
Also, Comic Book Poser said he's going to claim that he just won something every week. He's going to be like, hey, I won this. You could probably get us to send you shit. Because he'd be like, oh, he probably did. And then we would send you shit. So that's a great idea. I wouldn't even
By the way,
Barikin said, I know, but you said that 5 minutes ago. You said, I said I read Something is Killing the Children number 7. And you're like, that was my pick of the week. Blah, blah, blah,
that was 30 minutes ago. It was Barikin, wasn't he? If he was on, he was in his car.
Barikin is always here with us in our hearts. Whether he's on the live stream, he's here. He's in Puerto Rico. The most beautiful stars I've ever seen in my life. Puerto Rico. Like, there's no pollution. I don't know. You can just see the stars. Amazing. You can't see shit out here in New York. There's too much pollution and fucking lights and buildings. We don't see any stars.
Barikin, do you want the toaster? Because I'm going to do it right now.
Barikin.
DM us on the Instagram, because I want to send it to you right now. But guys, that was pretty much the show.
Comic Book said you didn't read Philadelphia.
I know. I'm sorry. I started too late. Like, I didn't start too late. Sorry. Let me rephrase that. I heard the buzz about Philadelphia around issue 4. And trying to find issues 1, 2, and 3 at that point were pretty much non-existent because that book, the buzz, like, sucked all the issues out of all the shops. I'm not paying ridiculous amounts for those issues. I'm paying overpriced for Venom books and other things that I'm trying to finish the runs. I can't do it, guys. I just can't.
The chat is hysterical. Also, anytime I hear Philadelphia, I think of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yes.
Where they play Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Kill, Philadelphia. That's always going to be what I hear. Beard said that people don't Instagram message us because they're like, we don't want to be like, hey, we owe you something. Don't feel bad. We love to give shit away. It's what I live for. So please, please, you're making me sad when you don't do it. So
it's a part of this live stream. We give stuff away. Holy cannoli. And it's not a ton of money.
Breaking at that. Comic Book Post for a second. Boom. I was ready to answer that question. Comics movie books. Comics Misexplained said something is sending the Batman toaster is the name.
Who said something about the Resident T-shirt?
I don't know. You say I remember that, and you had the chat. I'm looking at this, but anyway, I want to finish reading.
I'm saying if you requested a T-shirt,
but someone did send. We got 2 different instant messages on Instagram.
Do you have
someone about the tees, and then Jessica was on. So I feel like someone wrote me about the T-shirt. Who would want a Batman toaster? Crazy people, because Batman toasters are amazing.
Do you have Berigan's address?
Yeah, I do. We sent Berigan a T-shirt.
We did?
And he got it, I believe.
It's on Amazon.
Avocado toast on the Batman logo. I like it. How good are avocados? Delicious.
Poser, just make sure you DM us. I'm going to go out this week. I mean, we are going to reach out to Vault, but as long as you DM us, it will be in our to-do list. And I want to hear from Vault before we send any other Resident T-shirts out before we order new ones.
You want to help me figure out to give away my set of Little Birds so I can post it with my video tomorrow? Comic Proposer went out and bought Little Bird because we talked about Little Bird so much, which is amazing. And then he won.
He did. He
did. 5 issues of Little Bird. So I guess he's saying to help him figure out how to give away his set of Little Bird. We'll figure it out.
We'll talk to you. Put on my list to do tomorrow. Or Sunday. Or probably Monday.
I don't know what's going on.
The weekend's all about the kids. Kids get all my time on the weekend because Stephanie is the mom during the week because she is
unemployed.
I'm
unemployed.
I'm up here on this computer right behind us that is unplugged. The monitor is in front of us. Working during the week, and so yeah, I will figure all that stuff out on Monday. And what else?
Breakin asked what I'm reading right now. So I just read Something's Killing the Children #7.
That book is
and I'm trying to catch up on Lois Lane because Greg Rucka is being kind enough to visit our channel. So I'm reading
so much.
Lois Lane, but also uncomic book related. I'm also trying to reread all my Hunger Game books because the new Hunger Game book came out, but I want to read the first 3 first. So I'm mixing all of those together, and I'm rereading the first 3 so I can read my new one that came, and also comic books. Hunger Games is amazing. You guys should read it. I know it's not. There's no pictures. I'm sorry, but.
No. I mean, I'm a huge. You know, I'm a reader. Harry Potter. Completely. Jack and I, my 4-year-old son, we read every single night. We read like 5 to 10 pages of Harry Potter every single night. We're on book 2. We're almost at the halfway mark. It's so good. Harry Potter is so good.
Greg agreed that I'm also a mom on the weekend. Yes, Greg, it never ends.
No, she's always a mom on the weekend, but that's when my time. My time gets fully dedicated to the kids, and that's what I want to do. So I will not be probably following up with YouTube stuff and doing that kind of thing. So I'll probably try to post a grand pic one day over the weekend. But other than that, it's going to be pretty quiet.
James said this channel is all about queefs, wieners, Bruce's beard, nipples, and Little Bird. Which is very true.
My beard is getting so big. I love it so much. It's crazy, right? It's like all my friends call it the Amish beard, and it is very.
He does churn butter too on the weekends. That's what he does. That's where he gets his pecs.
This is me.
Fuck CrossFit. He's just churning butter. Remember, Weird Al Yankovic made that Amish song. Been living most of my life, living in an Amish paradise, and he churns butter.
I don't remember that.
I know you guys love when I sing to you. You're welcome. Weird Comic Book said he doesn't like Harry Potter. But you don't like Harry Potter the movies or the books? Because there's no. Did you just drink all that beer and not give me any?
Well, you're still sipping on that.
Fucking dick.
Sipping like a baby.
My wife loves Hunger Games. My first gift ever to given her was the last one of the 3. Hunger Games is amazing.
I'm not gonna say Hunger Games is amazing. The first book was okay. The second book was.
You can't even fucking read all the way through it. If you read all 3 books, it's amazing. It's so good.
Harry the Kid, man, I am so excited that you joined the channel. That's amazing. Not join the channel, but join the chat. Sorry. That's what the beers do. The beers do, like, after, like, you're so long on the thing, and it's like, the words become difficult.
But I think it's interesting that you saw Weird Al earlier this year. Did you see him, like, out in the public, or is Weird Al still performing concerts?
I think he's still performing concerts.
That's interesting.
He's got to be 60 now?
Weird Al was what we grew up on.
Obviously. I'm 2 years older than her, so I'm more of a Will Ginkovic than she is. I'm 2 years older. Duh.
Yeah, so Bruce is. Are you buying WYND? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, Wind? Yes.
Wind.
I
Oh
have-
yes, I saw that was part of the preview of the book that I
James Tinian the Fourth.
We do like James Tinian. He's a big hit in our house.
Come on. Come on. Come on. And that book looks amazing. Like when she's like, the guy turns into like the weird bird thing and she smacks him on the head and she's like,
Oh my God.
ah!
Greg is still proclaiming he doesn't like Harry Potter and he doesn't have time to explain why in the chat, and then we're going to do a live stream about why he doesn't like Harry Potter. I tried to read Harry Potter. I'm only up to, the third book? I didn't finish it. But it's so similar to the movies that I'm having trouble. I wish I would have read it before the movies.
You have to get past book 2. In book 3, it's completely different. Book 4 is like miles and beyond. Book 5, yeah, they don't even touch anything. Book 4 is literally 800 and something pages, where the book is 2 hours. You can't whittle 800 and something pages to 2 hours.
The fourth Twilight book is also like 800 pages, and they did it in 2 movies. So I'm sorry that Harry Potter did us a terrible job.
I hated the movies. 1 and 2 of the movies are okay. After 2, they suck my left ball sack.
Guys explains says he can't read. Like, are you like illiterate, or you just fall asleep when you're reading? I like teen heartthrob movies, even though I'm almost 40, but I'm still all about like Twilight and Hunger Games, and they have like their love affair, and I'm all about that cheesy love shit.
What do I tell you all the time? What's my favorite kind of comic
He
book?
loves teen things too, but somehow he is trying to deny his love for Hunger Games or Twilight.
If you guys want to read a really good, actually superhero book, like a page book with words, it's a book called Hero. For a younger Bruce, it was a little weird to read because it focuses around a gay superhero, and he's dealing with his emotions, but he's a young teen. But he joins like a superhero team, and his dad has lost his powers, and his mom has disappeared, and he falls in love. And then there's this whole thing about him actually making the team, and there's a speedster on it that he's the badass. And then there's this girl with super fire powers, but you find out later that her fire powers are actually from a disease
She's got chlamydia.
a disease that
She's got chlamydia, and that's what it is.
And you think, oh, it's so good. And then there's this old lady on the team that can see the future. And then this moment, and then you're crying. Oh my God, it was such a good book, Hero. And the writer actually died. He was like 35 years old of cancer.
Oh, that's sad. Bruce will feature that on our next live stream. Great news, guys. This guy died of cancer.
That book was so good, though. Oh my God. And there's another character on the team who he can, he gets sick, and he can give everyone else his sickness.
Why is that a superpower? That's a terrible power.
It was crazy. But that's how they win the battle. It was so good. Oh my God, the book was so good. So good. And there's a moment with his dad. Oh my God, I was crying so hard on the subway going to work. I was like,
I have read the Twilight series like 8 times, and I cry every time I still read it. So, suck it. Also, Jessica said she loves to read young adult stuff. So, Jessica, even further solidifying that you and I would be best friends, you would.
Jessica, pick up Hero. I can send it to you if you can't, because I found it down in my books box. It is so good. If you never have introduced yourself to the superhero genre and you're a little nervous about getting into comic books, Hero is a great way to get in. It's so good. It's such a great book. The moments with his dad, because his dad's like this rough and tough guy, and he doesn't want to be part of the superhero community anymore. He's actually like a janitor to the superheroes or some shit like that. Oh, it's so good, so good, so good.
There's another great book, Jessica, you can read called The Girl Who Could Fly. Also, young adults, and you will like it. Just saying. Everyone agrees. Oh, and Brigham wants to know if we've ever watched Brightburn, which we didn't watch.
No, but that is on the list that we do want to watch. It's on. Put it on the things. The funny thing is, Brigham, whenever we sit down to watch something on Saturday night,
what we want to watch.
Whatever list we create, it goes away.
No, and then we sit down and we're like, "There's nothing to watch. What are we gonna watch?" And then we watch something that's terrible. Although we watched this Adam Sandler movie. Was it on Netflix?
Oh, it was Adam Sandler produced on Netflix, featuring
David Spade.
David Spade, yeah, from Tommy Boy.
What was it called? I'm gonna Google it.
But it's actually really funny. So the whole premise is that he, I don't know, is a loser, I guess you want to say. He works at this company. He's at a pretty high point in his career. He goes out on a date.
The Wrong Missy. That's what it's called. It's so funny.
It's surprising.
Breaking, you like to laugh. The Wrong Missy on Netflix.
It's really good.
So much funnier than I thought it was going to be. So good.
Oh, let's rate the beers before we...
Oh, yes.
We always forget to do this. I would say this is my number one.
The first one, definitely. I agree.
Superhero Sidekick. Let's rate them over there to camera 2. Superhero Sidekick is number 1. I would say Wrench is number 2.
Like in the order that we drank.
I actually drank them, yeah.
I didn't try the last one yet because I'm behind. I'm too busy reading.
Yeah, I think you'll agree with that. Take a quick swig. Superhero Sidekick was really good. It's a 6.8%, I think.
Yeah, Superhero is definitely best. That last one is garbage. It makes me want to vomit in my mouth.
It's not really that good. But Superhero Sidekick is delicious. If you guys can...
Greg, we watch better movies, but we've run out of fucking things to watch.
What is Greg saying?
He said that we need to watch better movies, and he feels like he's talking.
We watched that 6 Underground movie.
Oh my god, that was so bad.
It's Michael Bay with Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. Oh my god, it was painful to watch. I thought it was like Ashton Kutcher was gonna run out and be like, "You've been punked." It was.
We
so
tried to
bad.
watch Penny Dreadful,
because Mike from Downright Nerdy Podcast was talking about how much he loves Penny Dreadful. We tried to watch it. We couldn't make it through the first season.
How many times have I fallen asleep?
Every single episode. He falls asleep. And then I watch it by myself. And even by myself, it's not good. And this is the second time I've tried to watch the first season because I watched it before Bruce and I were together.
Maybe we tried the City of Angels season because that's like on season 2 or something.
I don't know what City of Angels is.
No, that's like the second version of it.
Oh my god, the girl with the dragon tattoo. I don't know what I read in the chat that just made me think of that, but also Jessica, if you've read that, how great is that series?
Oh, is that the series Breaking where Daniel Radcliffe gets the guns like?
Oh my god, they're like stapled to his hands, like nailed through his hands into the gun.
It looks ridiculous, but even though Daniel Radcliffe has chosen some pretty good movies to continue his career with, and wacky movies. There was that movie where he was like a dead person, and the person uses him to like do weird things with. I don't know if you guys saw that movie. It was a whack ass movie.
I hear mixed things. Guns Akimbo.
Is that Swiss Army Man Night? Swiss Army? Yes, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Jessica, you are so right. Was that any good?
I don't know, but anyway, Jessica, we tried to watch Penny Dreadful. It's all over the place. Like she's here, and then Bruce is convinced that Ashton Kutcher. That's not his name.
Yeah, Swiss Army Man. It looks so freaking.
What's the guy? Josh Hutchinson. What's his name? The guy from Penny Dreadful. Josh Hartnett.
Hartnett, yes. I mean, I like him. Is he a werewolf or
a
not?
Werewolf?
Please tell me he's a werewolf.
We haven't watched that far ahead, so we don't know. Bruce is convinced he's a werewolf. His girlfriend's dying of fucking polio, and
is it polio or
they call it consumption, but it's polio.
Polio, you're right.
And we just can't. It's just, it's a lot. I can't.
What I want to watch is something good. And I want a third camera that I can point.
Oh my god, Bregan, you just finished watching Dexter. Did it make you fucking angry? So angry. The end of Dexter is so terrible. I watched all the seasons of Dexter as they were coming out. The season with John Lithgow, amazing. Amazing. But the end with his sister, so fucking stupid. It made me so mad. And then he just ends up being a lumberjack in the end. He just fucking abandons his child. Oh my god, it was so terrible. It made me so mad.
Do you guys ever watch that show Chuck on NBC? That show was so good. Tell me you watched Chuck. Chuck was a superhero TV show, and it was so good.
Everyone's agreeing. The end of Dexter.
Hashtag spoilers.
If you don't watch the end of Dexter, how long ago did fucking Dexter come out? It was so dumb. So dumb. his sister dies, he just drags her out to the ocean. He's like, this is where you want to be. Oh my god, it was so dumb. So dumb. It still makes me angry. How many years later did Dexter end? What year did Dexter end? And I'm still fucking pissed about it. Years of my life for watching Dexter. Gone. Gone. This fucking hot garbage of an ending.
Where again, I watched up to like season 4 of Sons of Anarchy. I didn't go past that. I think once they went to Ireland, I didn't watch after Ireland.
I watched some of Sons of Anarchy, but I didn't finish it. What We Do in the Shadows.
Yes. That is a show that I want to watch. That's the FX show with the vampires. Yes, I want to watch that. Taika Waititi made the movie, and that's when they based the TV show after. We're big Taika Waititi fans. She didn't know it until she watched Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit, which is also good, but oh my god, so sad. Who thought it was going to take that turn?
It was such a good movie. Remember
it was so funny though.
It was so good. But if you guys haven't watched 1917, was that movie we watched? That movie was so good. Oh my god, the movie was so good. Some of the people at work were watching before quarantine, and then we came home and we were like, "Oh, this is like
we have nothing else to watch."
Mid quarantine, we're past midpoint, I guess now.
We're hopefully at the end.
Hopefully.
Question mark.
But if you haven't watched 1917, please watch 1917. That movie was surprisingly awesome. So good.
Also, here on The Kid, our daughter has watched every episode of Fuller House. She loves it.
Fuller House. Oh, in the big, with the guy from wrestling.
I don't remember, but he's like
The Big Show.
The Big Show.
The Big Show.
The Big Show. I know what that is. But she also has watched Raising Dion, all of those episodes, which is also a superhero show where this little kid has superpowers, but I've never watched it. The Big Show. Thank you, Breakin. All right, I think we've officially run out of things to talk about. I mean, we could keep going. We'll talk about every show I've ever watched. We watched Lock and Key. That fucking ending pissed me off. What else pissed me off? Let's go. What else have I watched?
I don't know. Do you guys want to hear a pissed off rant, or should we just sign off on a good note and see you guys next week?
I was so excited about Lock and Key, even though it was so fucking cheesy, and the ending was so stupid. But so apparently, the new Lock and Key is having new keys designed by someone. Hold on, I'll Google it.
She's gonna give you one more news item, and then we're gonna move on. We're gonna close out the night. But guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was a really fun night overall. I mean. Sorry about the audio at the beginning. I don't know what happened. I guess next time.
Gabriel Rodriguez.
I will double check the audio connections before we go. I will connect, close, connect, unconnect before we go live.
Comic Poser says he wants to hear me drop 30 F-bombs in a minute. I could. TV shows make me so angry when I commit. There's that book. What was the book where the girl dies at the end?
Oh, wait. For anyone who is still on right now, Borican, if you're still on, I know I saw you pop into Fat Collectibles, $5 claim sale on their YouTube channel. Tune in for that. They just, whatever collection they just bought were variants from crazy, like $50, $60 variants that they're giving away for $5. I got like 7 of them today. My mind is blown. Fat Collectibles, Tane Collects. If you follow him on Instagram, he lives in California. He's a Boston Red Sox fan. I'm a Boston Red Sox fan. He actually has like his engagement photo on the Green Monster. Incredible. Big Poppy is a big supporter of Puerto Rican. Just saying, you should be a Red Sox fan. But Fat Collectibles is an amazing comic book store out in California. They ship all comic books for $4. I once got a box for them with like 35 comic books for $4 shipping. Just saying, great comic book shop.
I just Googled it. It was the Divergent series. Jessica, did you read that? I read all the Divergent series, and then the last book, weeks of my life I dedicated to reading these books. And the ending was so terrible. I cried as I'm reading it, and then the ending came, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? This is the ending of this book. I immediately went to the internet so I could rant about my rage, and there was lots of other people also raging because it was that fucking annoying. Thank you. I'm done. She did, and she was so pissed. Thank you, Jessica. I knew you would have read the Divergent series and agreed. The ending was so fucking terrible. So mad.
Here we're supposed to see Green Day at Fenway, which would have been amazing.
Oh my god, how great is Green Day?
I've seen Dave Matthews Band twice there. It's a great venue as long as you can get decent seats. If you can get floor, you're amazing because you're standing on the field at Fenway Park. It's amazing. I've only got seats up above, but Fenway Park is such an amazing venue. Stephanie is going to see a game probably in 2021, not this season because they're probably not going to have baseball this year.
They are going to have baseball. They're in negotiations because they want them to do like what, half the season, and they came back and they're like, no, only 40 games, and they're fucking arguing.
The players
don't want to do that.
The players don't want to. No, the players want to do more. That's the thing. The players want to do more. The teams don't want to pay as much as they want to play those games, so they're offering less games for less pay.
Hero and the Kid said he took his son to go see the Foo Fighters.
Oh my God.
Our son is so obsessed with the Foo Fighters. It's insane.
I've seen the Foo Fighters 3 times, and I've told her, I've told Nate, Foo Fighters is the best band I've seen live, period. This is one other band, We Were Promised Jetpacks. If you have not heard of We Were Promised Jetpacks, Google them. Spotify them. They are my favorite band in the whole entire world. Like, Foo Fighters is a close second. They are
Foo Fighters is
so
amazing.
good. If you see them live,
Dave Grohl is just an amazing guy to begin with, and then Foo Fighters is amazing.
seeing them live, hearing the kid, you know the energy, the positivity, the craziness that goes on in their concerts. They're so good.
Oh my god, he said it was when Dave broke his leg.
Yes,
we were just showing our son that whole concert when he fell and broke his leg, and then
I saw him in Citi Field in New York when he had that, and the chair would go out and come back, and come out and come back. It was incredible. The same exact show. It was so good.
Breakin', we tried to watch the Dave Chappelle show on YouTube, the new thing that just came out.
James, the hint,
it was a little too much for me.
It was intense. That was weird and intense. But the Dave Grohl sitting on his throne with his broken leg. I tried to show Nate the intensity of him breaking his leg, and I'm still continuing the show.
And the doctor just holding his leg in place so he could finish performing. Because Dave Grohl is just amazing.
Nate didn't get the impact of what he was doing. It kind of went over his head. He was like, oh.
But he loves Foo Fighters. That's all we listen to.
Well, it was better than the music he was listening to before. Before we got together,
he was more into pop. We've introduced him into rock, grunge rock in particular.
Yes.
And he's been super into Foo Fighters, like hardcore.
In Nirvana. I've heard him play Nirvana before recent that. It was like 1960s.
Oh my god, listen to Billie Eilish.
And then Billie Eilish and weird stuff. But slowly but surely. But the thing with Nate is he plays the same song 50 to 200 to 500 times in a row.
I'm not like the others.
At least I'm hearing like good songs now. But I think that's gonna be it for tonight. We have droned on for way longer than we normally do.
We are just ranting, guys. We're just shouting things we do like and what we don't like. Fuck Divergent. Listen to Foo Fighters. Twilight for Life. Harry Potter, if you're in this corner. Also The Hunger Games. Also an amazing book, guys. All those young adult like love stories. I don't know why I love them so much, but I do.
Jessica, I know we all did that when we were kids, but as an adult, hearing the same song 500 times, back to 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 back.
Foo Fighters over and over again. I can listen to that.
I don't know. I like when Nate can play different songs. That's what I try to make him a playlist and share it with him, and I can't figure it out. Spotify is like this weird thing with sharing with accounts. I don't know. But he is an amazing kid, and he's listening to good music now, and I cannot wait.
And he wants to learn to play the drums.
I can't wait to take him to his first real concert. It's going to be epic. But thank you guys so much. We'll be back next Friday, 10 p.m. Eastern, and that's 1 week. There's next week, and then there's the big giveaway.
Are we going to be...
Yes,
we'll be here. Okay, we're going away.
So
4th of July weekend.
Just so you guys know, the weekend of 4th of July, there will be no show.
Sorry, guys. We have to do a little something for ourselves.
We'll miss 1 week, but there's next week. Then the big giveaway with Greg Rucka. I mean, come on. Greg Rucka is joining this fucking channel to fucking give away Lois Lane books signed.
You're not supposed to tell them. You're ruining it.
There's 9 people on right now. These are our true fans. Not all. I mean, he's giving us 10 of the 11 books. He's not signing all. He's signing his favorites, and he's sending those. But you're getting all 10. I have the 11th that I'm going to add from my local comic book shop. We're going to give them to you. It's going to be epic. It's going to be awesome. Greg Rucka, and then he's going to do like a whole minute video. Like, I don't know how long. We're gonna come up with questions. We're going to give him. He's going to record. We're going to do a thing.
Guys, get ready. Put your big boy pants on.
And then July is going to be big. August. Get your pants. Put your diaper on for August because you're going to shit yourself.
Guys, with Greg. What's your name? Bruce loves you.
Guys, I love you. We'll see you guys later.
Bruce loves you. I like you as a friend.
No, I love you guys so much. Seriously.
Like James said, we're family now. Uncle Bruce and Auntie Stephanie. Cousin Brooke and Sister Jessica.
Thank you guys so much.